If you're a runner, I'm willing to bet you spend countless minutes stretching before you head out the door, all in the hopes of preventing an injury. But what if I told you that all that time spent holding a stretch might not actually be helping? Let's dig into how to build a pre-run routine that really works.
It's a huge question, right? And it kind of flies in the face of what we've all been told for decades. We're taught to just stretch, stretch, stretch. But the science behind what actually prevents injuries, well, it points to a much more specific answer. The truth is, not all stretches are created equal, especially when you're getting your body ready for a run.
So here's the deal. It turns out it's not really about if you stretch, but how you stretch. The real key to a solid warm-up and to keeping those injuries at bay is understanding the two main types of stretching and, most importantly, knowing exactly when to use each one. Okay, so first up, we have dynamic stretching. Now, I want you to forget about holding any kind of pose. This is all about movement. Think of it as a dress rehearsal for your run. You're actively moving your body, warming up your muscles, and basically telling your joints, hey, listen up, we're about to get to work.
And then there's the other kind, static stretching. This is the one we all know, right? The classic touch your toes and hold it for 30 seconds that we learned in gym class. The goal here isn't movement at all. It's about lengthening a muscle by holding it in one fixed position.
And here's where the rubber really meets the road. Dynamic stretching, with all its movement, prepares your body for action. That makes it absolutely perfect for your pre-run routine. Static stretching, on the other hand, is designed to lengthen muscles, which is fantastic for a post-run cooldown, but can actually work against you when your muscles are cold and you're about to ask them to perform.
Okay, so now that we know why dynamic stretching is the way to go before a run, let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through 4 of the most effective dynamic stretches you can start using, like today. First up, leg swings. This one is incredibly simple. Just find a wall, a fence, a tray, whatever, for a little balance, and start swinging one leg side to side, then front to back. It's just a simple, fluid motion that starts to wake everything up.
So why is this simple little move so effective? Well, it's because it targets all the major players for running in one go. You're warming up your hip flexors and your hamstrings, you're firing up your glutes, and you're increasing that super important hip mobility that helps you run smoother and more efficiently.
All right, next up, hamstring scoops. For this one, you'll plant your heel out in front, push your hips back, and then make this scooping motion with your arms as you reach down. You should feel a really nice, gentle, active stretch all along the back of your leg. It's a fantastic way to wake up those hamstrings. And the payoff here is huge because it's targeted right where a runner needs it most. You're activating your hamstrings, which can be a common trouble spot, while also engaging your glutes and warming up your calves. You're hitting 3 key muscle groups with just one simple motion.
Next, let's talk about a couple of classics, high knees and butt kickers. These are pretty much exactly what they sound like, just simple, energetic movements. And they are incredibly effective at getting your heart rate up and sending a signal to your body that it's go time. The awesome thing about these is that they do double duty. You're not just getting your heart rate up and prepping your cardiovascular system. You're also engaging pretty much every major muscle in your legs and even firing up your core. And finally, we've got walking lunges. It's simple. Just take a step forward and drop your hips into a lunge. Then push off that back foot and step right into the next one. The key here is just to maintain control and good form, making sure that front knee stays right over your ankle.
Now, what's really powerful about this one is that you're not just activating muscles. You're actively working on your joint mobility. This is so important for keeping your knees healthy and resilient, especially when you start tackling those longer runs.
So I know you might be thinking right about now, hang on, I've definitely seen elite runners doing static stretches before a race. And you know what? That's a fair point. So it's really important we clear up any confusion around their role.
And to be fair, the role of static stretching isn't totally black and white. As one expert puts it, this idea that static stretchings don't prevent injuries, well, it isn't entirely true. They can serve a very small, very specific purpose.
So here's the nuance. Holding a quick static stretch, like a quad pull, for instance, can help increase blood flow to that one specific muscle. But here's the thing. Dynamic stretches do that for your entire body way more efficiently, all while warming up your joints and practicing the actual movements of running. So while static stretches aren't totally useless, they're just not the best tool for the job before a run. Okay, let's pull all of this together into a really simple, actionable blueprint that you can use to build a smarter, more effective warm-up starting with your very next run. This right here, this is the golden rule. If you remember only one thing,
Make it this. Before your run, it is all about dynamic movement to warm up. After your run, that is the perfect time for those static, hold-in-place stretches. And if you are ever short on time, always prioritize the dynamic warm-up. Ultimately, it all comes down to this one powerful idea. A pre-run routine isn't about trying to make your muscles longer while they're cold. It's about waking them up, getting the blood flowing, and getting them ready to perform. It's a rehearsal, not a relaxation session. So I'll leave you with this thought. This isn't about adding a bunch of extra time to your routine. It's about being smarter with the time you have. What if spending just 5 minutes on the right kind of movement could lead to fewer injuries, better performance, and honestly, a more enjoyable run? Give it a try.